First forecast brought to you by Stored at Home, rent-to-own portable buildings. Out there today, cooler than average. As far as our high temperatures went, we saw 68 degrees. We should be around 74 and 50. We got down to 44 last night. Thought we might see a couple places get down into the 30s. Didn't quite get there, but it was cold enough. This time of year, we're ready for the chill to be out of the air and ready for the warmth to start showing up. And it can. We can get all the way up to 94. That was the case back in 1987. Out there tonight, another cool night, right about average, 49 degrees, partly cloudy. We'll see the cloud cover start to increase as we go throughout the day tomorrow, because we're going to have heavy rain moving in for tomorrow night. And unfortunately, on the day Sunday, we could even see upwards of 2 inches of rain in some spots. Of course, I'll have details about that and the potential for thunderstorms coming up in just a few minutes. Your ABC 31 News starts now.
ABC 31 News tonight. I'm Melissa Dunbar Gates in for Scott Beadle. If you have any cardboard laying around that you're considering throwing away, you can donate it instead this weekend at Keys Park. All week long, cardboard donations have been dropped off at the park for a cardboard recycling effort in recognition of Earth Day. The effort is a collaboration between the Pineville Rotary Club and local cardboard recycling company Hometown Waste.
You know, many people nowadays are receiving packages through the mail, and they have these cardboard pieces stacked up, and rather than put them into landfill, we have an opportunity to recycle them to good use. So we just want to encourage that sort of behavior and maybe build on that. It's just more of a good neighbor project to try to just sort of encourage people to think about recycling and reusing and putting things that you might ordinarily throw in the trash to better use.
The cardboard recycling bin will remain at Keys Park through Sunday, which is Earth Day. This effort not only raises awareness when it comes to recycling, but will go towards helping the Pineville Rotary Club with its ongoing community outreach projects. An Oakdale inmate is sentenced in federal court to more than 4 years for assaulting a fellow convict. He is 49-year-old Frank Quentin Gator of Tennessee. The Natchitoches Multi-Jurisdictional Drug Task Force arrests a local man for possession and manufacturing of narcotics. 38-year-old Gary Hamilton was arrested last month near an apartment on Lakeview Drive. Agents say they witnessed him destroying his cell phone. A mom and her boyfriend, as well as a juvenile babysitter, are arrested in connection with an investigation of cruelty to a 2-year-old. 25-year-old Nicole Joanne Cash and 31-year-old Jonathan Lee Pace, both of Boyce, were arrested. They're accused of cruelty, conspiracy, and obstruction of justice. The juvenile suspect has been charged with sexual battery, but no more information is available because of the suspect's age. A Pineville man is sentenced in federal court to 2.5 years for escaping from a Texas prison. 64-year-old Charles Smith left the federal prison near Anthony, Texas. He was serving a nearly 8-year sentence for possession of a stolen vehicle. A Pineville man is arrested by Rapides deputies for sexual battery of a juvenile in the Philadelphia community. He is 26-year-old Ryland Shane LaPrairie. Deputies say the victim was inappropriately touched by the suspect. An MD-80 plane makes an emergency landing at Alexandria International with more than 100 people on board. No one was injured. The airport authorities say the right landing gear collapsed as the plane approached the end of the runway. The right wing was foamed down just in case, and that runway was closed. All other flights currently in and out of the airport are not affected. An illegal alien from Sierra Leone is sentenced in federal court to 2.5 years for resisting deportation. 32-year-old Shiku Kumalu verbally and physically resisted efforts to get him on a plane twice at the Alexandria International Airport. Early voting statewide for the municipal elections and runoffs ends tomorrow. You can vote from 8:30 in the morning till 6:30 in the evening. Voters in Rapides Parish will decide between Jerome Hopewell and Ricky Rochelle for the Alexandria City and Ward Marshall. There are also tax propositions on the ballots. 2 are for fire protection, 3 are for schools, and 1 for a new drainage district. You can cast your ballots early at the parish courthouse. Elementary schools throughout Rapides Parish have been celebrating Week of the Young Child with a different and special activity each day. Today, pre-K students at Acadia Elementary School were, check this out, bubble painting, blowing bubbles mixed with food coloring onto paper to create one big work of art. The activity was used as a fun way to teach names of colors and spend some time outside just blowing bubbles. A ribbon-cutting ceremony with the Cenla Chamber of Commerce was held yesterday afternoon at Heart of Hospice. The Heart of Hospice Care Company has a mission to transform end-of-life care for all patients regardless of ability to pay. Heart of Hospice is located at 1001 Bayou Place in Alexandria. You can visit heartofhospice.net to learn more. Longleaf Hospital in Alexandria is hosting its first ever Color Run event next month. Organizers are encouraging the community to come out and participate and learn more about the hospital.
We are having our first annual Longleaf Hospital Color Run, just with a goal of being in our community more, some more awareness to mental health, because that's the focus for our hospital. We're an acute care psychiatric facility, and May is Mental Health Awareness Month, so it seemed like a good time for us to have a fun family event. We're going to have our 5K color run. We'll also have bouncy houses, a dunking booth for some of our staff to get in, kind of make it a little bit more fun. Kona Ice will be there with snow cones, Chick-fil-A with food. We're going to have local mental health providers, community health providers with tables set up with free information to the public.
The Color Run will begin at 8 o'clock on May 5th. It will be on the grounds of Longleaf Hospital on Versailles Boulevard. You can register for the run on active.com.
Good morning, Central Louisiana.
Good morning, America.
Look for your local weather updates during GMA. Brought to you by LSUA. Find your way to A.
Hi, I'm meteorologist Ross Whitley. Another cool day out there, but changes are on the way, and we'll even start noticing that tonight as the wind will be shifting to out of the east instead of the north-northwest, so we won't have those cooler temperatures coming in. Instead, we'll have warmer temperatures from the east moving in. Still comfortable tomorrow, mostly cloudy conditions likely to continue. Then we have rain and maybe even thunderstorms moving in for our Sunday. Unfortunately, this is going to happen mainly Saturday night going into Sunday morning. So as we get into the afternoon hours, we're still going to be really damp and really have plenty of cloud cover out there, but it's not going to be raining by the late afternoon hours, maybe a few lingering showers, but we could see some locations picking up over 2 inches of rain. Of course, we're already running about 6 inches above average for this time of year, and it wasn't too long ago that we were dealing with flooding around the area, so heavy rain is never really a good thing when we're so far ahead as far as our averages go. But those thunderstorms do stay off to our west tomorrow. Warmer conditions on the way thanks to that high pressure sliding off to our east, so return flow off of the Gulf of Mexico. That's warmer, humid temperatures moving back into our area ahead of that next system, but not enough of instability out there to set up for severe weather, but still going to be looking at the potential for very, very heavy rain overnight Saturday night. So the day planner tomorrow, we're talking about nearly 50 degrees for the 7 a.m. hour. Nearly 70 by noontime. You notice the cloud cover sticking with us all day long, but the wind will also be out of the south-southeast, so that'll be more humid conditions, and temperatures getting all the way up to 75. So right about our average for this time of year. So the temperature's not too far off of where they should be, but it will be warmer than the last couple of days. Still looking at the timeline here, by late Saturday evening going into Saturday night, that's when the rain will arrive. It'll start to push through as we go into Sunday, and you notice how far it moves off to the east by Sunday night going into Monday. We're talking about this system in the Florida Panhandle. That's where it will linger for a couple of days, so that could help spread a couple of showers, maybe even some cloud cover sticking around for a few days just because that system's going to be slow to move off. But this system will move in, and as it does, it's kind of going to wind up as it moves toward the Delta area. That's as you head toward the Mississippi, and that's where the heaviest rain will fall because the system will kind of sit here and spin just a touch. And so the heaviest rain will be just off to our east, but places just off to our north and east could pick up over 2.5 inches. Where you see this purple or magenta, that's 2 inches, and in between we're looking at somewhere between 1 and 2 inches to fall here. The best part about this is that light rain is expected as you go up the Red River that's moving through downtown. So we're not expecting any rise in the rivers out there, but still heavy rain, definitely a potential. Out there tonight, nearly 50 degrees as we look at our highs tomorrow, 75. That rain moves in for our weekend, 76 on Sunday. We clear things out, we warm things up slowly as we go through next week. Melissa?
All right, thank you. Analysts worry Apple iPhone sales are even worse than they thought. And Google Maps is using landmarks to make directions sound more human. Jane King is at the NASDAQ market site with those stories and more in today's Tech Report.
Bank of America Merrill Lynch and JP Morgan warned their clients that Apple's iPhone sales may come in below expectations. They came to that conclusion based on what iPhone suppliers are saying. Taiwan Semiconductor, for example, says there was weaker than expected demand for its chips, which are used in the iPhones. Well, meanwhile, China is speeding up chip plans amid trade tension with the U.S. Reuters says meetings are being held in China with leaders in the chip industry because the country is concerned it relies too much on U.S. chips from Qualcomm and Intel. Amazon says it will pay up to $12,000 for employees to study in 4 specific areas. The company says it's looking for its associates to learn computer-aided design, medical lab technologies, aircraft mechanics, and machine tool technologies. The focus is on high-demand occupations, and it reflects Amazon's data-driven business. Well, Google Maps is becoming a little more human by using iconic landmarks when giving directions instead of specific street names. The tech giant confirmed to Engadget that the Maps program was using landmarks, typically fast food chains with well-known signage, as a way to make navigation simpler. It's not yet nationwide. From the NASDAQ market site in Times Square, I'm Jane King with your Tech Report.
All right. Thanks for watching ABC 31 News. Have a great night.
Join your community in the fight to end cancer on April 27th in downtown Alexandria. Relay on the Red is a celebration to benefit the life-saving mission of the American Cancer Society. Show your support and register for the Miracle Run 5K at the Louisiana Athletic Club April 28th. The race begins at 8 with finisher medals and all proceeds benefiting the Children's Miracle Network. You're invited to the 2nd annual Bow Wow Luau. Bring your dogs to the Alexandria Convention Hall dressed for a luau. Register in the Benefit Dog Walk and join the contest. Join us for a morning of family fun at Longleaf Hospital with bounce houses, dunking booths, and the 1st annual 5K Color Run. Come together and break the stigma of mental illness on May 5th. For more community events, visit us on Facebook or at KLAXTV.com.